Good afternoon, St. Louis, Missouri, Little Rock, Arkansas, Rolling Fork, Mississippi, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Charlotte, North Carolina, Memphis, Tennessee, Baltimore, Maryland, Nashville, Tennessee, Washington, D.C., Denver, Colorado, Houston, Texas, Topeka, Kansas, Victory, Mississippi, and Kansas City, Missouri, home of the National Football League, Kansas City Chiefs. Welcome to lunch with the Missouri King Congress for a beautiful April 1st, a brand new month, 2023. My name is Aaron Foch, your host and creator of Elder Alan. How you doing, Red?
Fine.
How's the wife doing and the family?
Fine. Everybody fine.
That's what we all want to hear. And Scott, how you doing, sir?
Too blessed to be distressed.
And as you know, in your house, there's some stress about to go away because your wife is almost a month away getting that degree.
That's right, but then she's got to find a job.
Well, Scott, right now, with her field that she's going in, I don't think there'd be no problem, okay?
There you go.
Matter of fact, she probably have a choice, to be honest with you. We have a whole lot of mental issues going on nowadays, not just for business, but it's around the whole world, really, Scott.
Right.
But anyway, we broadcast and live from beautiful Ferguson, Missouri. That's where we based at our station. I've called it the snow, but right now I'm broadcasting from beautiful Western Terrace in North County and Rivers in North City. And Scott is down in Orland, Missouri. And we can be heard live on FergusonUSAAuthorities.com and also on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. And our broadcast can be seen and be found on Spotify. And you can hear the broadcast again on Sunday at 1 to 3, and on Wednesday from 1 to 3. And so Mississippi will join us and that'll be part of your facilities. And right now, we're going to get our prayers in with Elder Alan Lau, who's a pastor of Walnut Park Baptist Church, located in North St. Louis at 5547 Living Avenue, next Missouri. The GPS and get there 6120. And I said, you have to be good church there. That's Elder Lau, who's the pastor of the Walnut Park Baptist Church at 4457 Living Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri. 120. And next what you hear, we that Elder Alan Lau, who's the pastor of the Walnut Park Baptist Church, 5545 7th Avenue. He's here 3 times here, and I say, Reverend Elder Lau, how you doing, sir?
Fine. That was 5547.
5547.
Right. Lillian.
Lillian. Okay. I'm not, real. I thought there was 5547, but right now we got it. I've been probably saying 44 all the time. I said, that doesn't sound right. Well, we get it straight. We make a mistake. We say, hey, I made a mistake. I take credit for that. Okay. Because I was saying, that doesn't sound right. No, block that didn't sound right up there. But anyway, 5547 Living Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63120. Okay, Rev, she's getting y'all straight now. That's what you got for us.
5 heads.
Yes, sir.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for waking us up this morning. We also thank you for letting the storm pass over us, Heavenly Father. The wind blowing high, but the storm did pass over, and we thank you that for Heavenly Father. We thank you for that. And Heavenly Father, we know you can do everything.
Amen.
And we love you because you first loved us. And Heavenly Father, we pray that we have a wonderful fellowship with you this morning, this afternoon, in Jesus' most precious name. Amen.
Rev, we thank you for that prayer, especially for the storms passing over. So last night the winds were just howling. I do mean howling.
Yes, sir.
And all around us, we're going to talk about it later on. As a matter of fact, how God, he just blessed us and keep us all safe and sound. Not just St. Louis, also St. Louis County in the whole surrounding areas. Okay, we were just totally blessed. Okay, so I just said thank you, God, for all the things. So what you got for this week, Real?
I'm sing a hymn, first verse and the last verse.
What you got?
It don't relate with the subject, with the title, the subject.
Okay.
It's in the hymn book 581. Oh, to Jesus surrender all to him. I freely give. I will ever love and trust him in his presence daily live. I surrender all. I surrender all to thee, my blessed Savior. I surrender all to Jesus. I surrender now. I feel the sacred flame. Oh, the joy of full salvation. Glory, glory to his name. I surrender all. I surrender all to thee, my blessed Savior. I surrender all. We coming out of Romans.
Yes, sir.
13th chapter of Romans.
Oh my God. Yes.
The whole book is the Romans is the whole book about the gospel of God, and this gonna relate to why I'm a preacher, because I surrender all. It said 13 said, "Let every soul be subject unto the higher power, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God. Whosoever therefore resists the power, resists the ordinance of God. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. For he is the minister of God to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid. For he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of God, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. Wherefore, ye must needs be subject, not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake. For this cause pay ye tribute also, for they are God's minister, attending continually upon his very thing. Render therefore to all their due, tribute to whom tribute is due, custom to whom custom, fear to whom fear, honor to whom honor. Owe no man anything but to love one another, for he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. That's the law of Christ. For this,
Amen.
thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk honestly, as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envy. But put ye on the Lord Jesus Christ, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lusts thereof. Amen. May the Lord have a blessing to the reader and hearer of his word.
Well, Rev, I have to share you, okay? I surrender all, it's been one of my, I guess I grew up in the Baptist church, okay, and I went to school at Catholic school, but I grew up in the Baptist church, okay, my family was, that's what my upbringing. And that was one of the songs we heard on a regular basis, okay? And we surrender all to God, and I think, that's one thing now, that we don't understand nowadays, there's so much, one thing, Rev, I think you always come in on the right word for the right time. It's the right time. It's the right time. It's the right time. It's the right time. I said it 3 times. Okay, that's a focus.
That's the Holy Spirit, bro. Amen. I ain't got no fear.
Yeah, okay. And, I'm going to elaborate on what you said. I'm going to elaborate on that in a very few minutes, what you just said. The Bible says, and say, it's what the Bible says, I said, what the Bible says. And this answers him how you wrote, talking about that today, and I think one thing that we all have to be blessed, okay, that God has kept us safe, another time, put his arms around us, even God has protected us, for people like prayer, who said prayers are blessings down. That's what we continue to say. Thank you, okay. And I will say, Rev, today, what you did, okay, it was kind of interesting what you've been doing here. We don't have a choir, okay, orchestra. But we do have a soloist, okay. Okay, and so some of those hymns that you've been singing, that's been really, 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 very timely, and I want to thank God for your wisdom and knowledge which you can do. And on that note, I want to say, Scott, we got a full show today. A whole lot is going on. And we're going to try to do our best to bring you up to date on what's going on. And Scott, take us out of here.
Taking us out.
Welcome back to Lunch with the Blue by Chairman Commerce on a beautiful, beautiful Saturday afternoon here in the city of St. Louis. And one of the things, okay, that Rev prayed his prayer was that the tornadoes and the storms all went around us, know last night, we all can attest that the winds were howling last night. And I don't mean blowing, howling. Okay, howling. Okay, that's when. Okay. That's different. That's a different, than blowing. Okay.
Amen.
And I know, really, I had remember said something like that, and I can't recall it was using that word howling. In the middle of the night, my wife woke us up. Okay, we said, "Well, that wind is howling." I said, and she said, "I said, yeah, okay." So again, we just blessed, okay, because we got up this morning, okay. Yesterday,
Like didn't it, bro?
yeah, well, let me tell you, it was being heard.
Yes, sir.
It was being heard, okay.
Well, God letting us know what's going on.
Yeah, and I guess the best part about all that, that we got to say thank to God for that, because all around us there's over 60-something tornadoes, that hit, around us, I should say. And I say around us, like in Illinois, they had a massive storm up there in Belvedere, Illinois, which is up around Chicago, by the way. And, up there, about 13 people got killed up there, which was very much a catastrophe there, okay? But, tornadoes, okay, in Iowa, Tennessee, Illinois, and Missouri was blessed to be, and we're in the middle of all of that, by the way, that was going on. And they said, and these tornadoes, when they hit, people not aware, they get stronger, and then they jump here, they jump there, they jump there. And that's when there was no prediction, because here in Missouri, our forecast said that we were going to be, in the middle, of some storms. But again, this is when you get a meteorologist, or they call it a weatherman, a weather forecaster. They can be wrong. In this case, we already were wrong about what their predictions here. And also, like I said, this past week, I think yesterday, President Biden and his wife was down in Rolling Fork, Mississippi, which I'm very familiar with that area down there. I grew up in district most of my young age. And it's all along Highway 61 there, and they were devastated. The town, I mean, devastated last Saturday, and about 7 people were killed down there. And they say it was just a bad time. A little small town. But the good part about it was that the president and his wife came down and and visited, and spoke to the people there. But the best part, he said, okay, that most times when something like this happens, people show up for the cameras and everybody yeah, blah blah blah, and take little sound bites. But in this area, the feds will be there because people not aware. Congressman Benny Thompson, who headed the we've ever known in history as the chairman of the January Select Committee on January the 6th. When they did Spain of our history from January the 6th. Okay, well, this is in his district. This is the largest district in Mississippi there. Because they only have one black congressman in Mississippi there, and that area includes Vicksburg, Yazoo. Jackson, Mississippi, and we heard a lot about the water problems there, and also the governor was there. So again, a lot of attention will be there, and I think Congressman Benny Thompson will make sure that the president keeps his word. And see, one of the things, the president visits someplace, it gets highlighted. So again, this will be something, okay, in years to come, if you re-elected, okay, they're going to remind you said you're going to do this in Little Rock, Mississippi. And we expect it to take place. And also, the tornadoes we're talking about hit Little Rock, Arkansas, which was little ways up from Mississippi River there. And that was another devastating tornado there, okay. That killed, didn't kill many people. That's a good thing there, but it just devastated, of course, a Little Rock. And also Little Rock, you got Little Rock, and you got West Little Rock. And so I've been in both of those. So again, these tornadoes, and we talk about these, but this is that time of year in the Midwest, okay, that we had to deal with this type of weather. And so what Rev said in his prayers, that we were so blessed so blessed that we have this conversation today, saying we are still here. And also, I want to thank God to all our listeners on the air, to all our members around the state of Missouri, and all our people we have helped and been involved with. Today is the birthday of the Missouri Chamber of Commerce. We were established on April the 1st, 2015. That's when we got our certification by the state of Missouri as a nonprofit organization. And we celebrated that weekend. We had our president, I'm going to got the pictures put online later on this week, okay, where we were former president, late Harry Alfred, and his beautiful wife, who was also our co-founder, who came to St. Louis, Missouri, along with Chucky Ball, and Mr. Ivory, our chairman of the board, and welcomed us into the Missouri Chamber of Commerce. And we had a beautiful time that we was in our offices down in Jefferson County, and we had a beautiful time there. And so since that time, I'm happy to say that we have survived the pandemic together. And also, during that time period, we did our first radio program in August of 2015. And I'm happy to say, Scott, you know a little bit about radio, okay? We have been continuously on the air in 2015. And that's a blessing all by itself. Would you say so, Scott?
I'd say so.
Because most times a show may last a year or 2 years, you know. But we've been blessed, okay? Thanks to Reverend Lyles, you know, he joined the team, you know. And there was another godsend there, you know, how we had some people who auditioned for the spot that was going to do our prayers for. But unfortunately, I didn't see them as being the one that we needed. And I was in a barbershop that told a little history here, and Reverend Lyles was in there, and I met him several times. We talked. I just listened to it. You always have to listen to people to find out who they are, what they are, and what how their character is. Okay, I just asked him. He said yes, surprisingly. And now, as we look back over years and years there, and all the things we have done, and matter of fact, people just joining us. Okay, if you want to go back in history, hearing about us, okay, we can be found on Spotify, and that is a blessing there, okay, to have become a radio show, now into a podcast. They can be found around the world, not just here in St. Louis, okay, down in Arnold, or down in St. Louis, or even in North County. We are blessed to say we are still alive, and all this took place, people not aware, during the microbiome era, okay, which was a bad time for the whole state, for the whole country, matter of fact. You know, and in that time, you know, we were blessed to become a reality during that time period. And also, I can gladly say, during that time period, I was able to meet with the mayor in that time, Mayor Knowles, out in Ferguson. And actually, behind the scenes, we were able to help, you know, calm him and advise him, get him through the microbiome era there, and the changing of the guard there, and all the things that he did to help us get started there, and blessed us, you know, to be on our show at all the time, which we called him, and you know, and we also more than blessed to have the current mayor, Mayor Ellis Jones. As a matter of fact, we got a fishing derby that we had coming up. We still waiting to get a date of confirmation there at the Jeremy and Wabash Park there. And this be like our third or fourth one, because we had the pandemic again, postponed some of those for us, you know. But that's an event where you can bring your kids out. It's all free on a Saturday. We plan on doing it in May, and you get free fishing poles. If you know people that never fished before, you'd be surprised how much fun it is. Now, this fishing derby is not for the adults, okay? It's for the young folks, okay? Get that straight. So they come out, you know, and it kind of changes lives, you know, because each year we do this. And also, we don't talk about it a lot, but there's also an reward, I should say, for the young person that catches the biggest fish. They don't want to be called kids nowadays, but they want to call young folks. And so we're going to make sure we respect them. So again, it's one of those times that everyone has a good time. Excuse me, it's a family event. And we just thank God that we were able to do those. And I thank God that we continue to move forward. So also, Later on, we were talking about eight-time projects, some things that Kim has done in our brief history, that we've done in the state of Missouri. And we just thank God. And most recently, Rev, you were a part of this, okay? We met with the county executive, Sam Page, in his office, the delegation of us there. And we were very blessed, okay, to have him on our program. And actually, with his staff, okay, and because he has 4 more years in office. And so we see how we can be a part of the community with him. And we thank you for the growth that God has put us, okay, in a lot of good places. And also, I would be very remiss, okay, not only is today a special day for me and my house, but today is my wife's birthday. Young Green folks, okay, today's her birthday, and I won't tell her age, okay, but she looks good for her age.
Smart man.
Hmm?
Said you're a smart man.
Well, Scott, if my wife was here, she would gladly tell her age, okay, but I'm not going to do that.
You're still a smart man.
I would let her tell that, okay. But one thing, young men, this is any young men or young people, young men especially, you want to see on the good side of your loved one, your mother's. Your mother's always going to tell their age. That's not the number they want to tell their age. She thought she's a young lady, okay. She said, "Mom, got people y'all age," but that's her soul. Okay, but anyway, it is her birthday, and also her brother David Drake's birthday also. And matter of fact, yesterday, they had a big party today. Even as we speak, they're getting together. They were one of our auntie's houses. They got all the great grandkids, the kids out there. And they have a good time. And yesterday, I was able to go out with my wife, my sister-in-laws, and also my sister-in-law from Huntsville, Georgia. I'm sorry, Huntsville, Missouri. And we went to David Drayton, and we had a beautiful time, a pizza. And for the first time in my life, I have to admit, I never had a veggie pizza before, Rep. Those things are good.
Oh, yeah, good. I always go to Evo.
Well, I mean more personal, okay, but I never tried a veggie pizza before, so
they good. Cool. Yeah, they good.
Okay, well, on that, next pizza I order, okay, will be a veggie pizza, okay? Okay, so anyways, yes, we had a very good time yesterday, out there, with them, okay, and having a beautiful time, and they're here for the weekend. We just thank God for blessing us, okay, to see bless us in so many ways. And also right now, we've been blessed, okay, in Scott's household. We have a beautiful wife right now, okay, been studying for, forever and ever. Okay, but now she can see that come May, I think May the 5th, right, Scott?
That's right.
And she be graduating, and then what field is she going into, Scott?
Art therapy. She's going to be helping, hopefully she's going to be helping veterans and folks like that with PTS.
Stop.
Yes,
say it so like it is so, when it becomes so. Right, Red?
Yeah, 3 times.
Okay, you gotta say it so like it is, so she will be.
She will be an art therapist. She will be working with veterans with PTS and similar maladies. So that's what she's planning on.
Okay, now that's what she will be doing, Scott. Cause right now, let me say this, Scott. The veteran with PTS, okay, there are more of them every day.
This is true.
Okay, so that number is not decreasing.
No, it's not.
Okay, in that field, they're looking right now for educators. Matter of fact, not just educators, but physicians, doctors, nurses, all around the country right now. They're looking for those. So down in Georgia, my baby girl, okay, down there, she has a medical background, and she was working in the school that she was running, but she's been the medical field been trying to get her to come back over there.
There you go.
Yeah, such a need, Scott. I mean, not just here, like here in Missouri, we have very few of any hospitals in the rural area. You know, and I will say down in Hayti, you know, we are blessed down there to have a hospital in Pembroke County there, which is the poorest county in Missouri, okay, and we do have a hospital there, so that's a blessing all by itself. So again, we have to be blessed there. But again, but anyway, that's a little thing about in-house stuff that's going on, you know, and also, you know, we're blessed, you know, to have you as our listeners. And actually, again, it was here since 2015. Oh my God, that's so blessing. And also, this has been very much a big news week, and we just have to take some time and look around and see how blessed we are, and also pray for all the people that's been affected. And one thing, this past Monday, we all were devastated. You know, your heart had to be touched where another mass shooting, you know, took place down in Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville is one of those small towns, you know, and somewhere in the south there. And unfortunately, it was not a public school, but a private school there. They called it another public school from the church there that had a former student come in, he was like 20 years old, and not knowing yet all the reasons that there's no theories out there. She came in and shot her way into the building. Unfortunately for the school there, they did not have any security personnel on the grounds there because they're not required by law being a private school, you know, a pure school. And coming into the building, the first thing she shot was the principal, you can call her, the schoolmaster. She died trying to save her students. You know, she confronted the gunwoman, the person that was shooting, and also, you know, at that time.
Hey, Ira.
Yes, sir.
I got a little more information on that shooting.
Yes. Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
The lady went to school there. She went to the college, and because my grandson is down there at that college.
Okay.
And the doors of the college be open. The dorms don't be locked. But it was so much security around there that she didn't. She went to the school, and that's where she did her damage at the school, shooting and everything.
You know, and on there, 3 manual.
To the school too. Ira, she had been to that school before too.
Oh yeah.
She shot up.
Yeah, right. You gonna say something, Scott? You gonna answer that?
What's that?
You about to add something to that?
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, but anyway, I was saying there was 3 9-year-old girls, okay, 9-year-olds that were killed, you know, and unfortunately, this touched a lot of families, not just in Nashville, even here in St. Louis, okay, in the St. Louis area, you know, Washington, Missouri, you know, one of the grandparents, you know. That's why I said when you kill somebody, it's not just that person, but kill somebody at that age, okay, it affects the parents, the brothers, the sisters, first of all, okay. It affects all their cousins, okay, all their grandmothers, the great grandparents, godmothers, and all the people who known them. And to kill 3 9 years old, I just can't fathom that. I got a 9-year-old granddaughter, okay, and so I just cannot fathom. She's so full of life, okay. I mean, she is, okay, and she just won a contest down in Atlanta, Georgia. Real artistic, you know, design a poster, run for its place. But again, I can understand, I can't understand, frankly, for the pain of the parents that has, you know, have that young lady, those young ladies to be taken away from them, okay? And also, you know, life of will have sometimes they have substitute teacher there, you know, who was also killed, you know, and also the custodian there. And, you know, these people, 61 years old, which ones all that died, though. So these were people, okay, had this pretty good life, okay, but they did not need to die. But some instances of this, you know. And now the person that did the shooting, she has been identified as having mental issues. And we'll talk more about it in time to come. But in there, she has purchased 7 weapons, you know, legally. And they did not say what kind of job she had, but she lived with her parents, and they had kind of had declared, that she shouldn't be carrying around any guns. And so, but she sort of had sold all the guns. They kept one, but in fact, she had more than one. So anyway, one of the 9-year-olds' funeral was held on yesterday. Evan Deacon Horse, and we continue to pray for all of the families in the Nashville community. And if you can, these again assault rifles was involved with this again. Now, assault rifles, okay. Now, I did a little research, okay, but if assault rifles are good for people like in certain towns and down in North Carolina, where they have a factory where they make these rifles at. But they make these things like crazy. So again, these things are made to kill. They use them in the army. You know what I mean? In the armed forces, when you're trying to kill somebody, because you don't go shooting a hunter with this, okay? Because you get the whole force. The one of these things, okay? And unfortunately, they're not just used in the school. They're on the streets and keep killing all over the place. And we have had so many mass killings here right now. And we become somewhat numb because right now, as we're praying for those people, okay, come Wednesday, we had another big unfortunate situation. This time in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, where there's a big army base there, a large army base been there for many years. And on the base there, we lost some of our U.S. soldiers there who were practicing on these, you're not aware, on Black Hawk helicopters. I think you're familiar with those in the service. Those are like the workhorses, okay, in the services, okay, because they're the ones that normally fly all the missions. Am I right, Reb? Did you fly one of those in Vietnam?
They had the Apache and the Cobra.
Okay. Yeah.
They had the Apache helicopter and the Cobra, and they had the little low that they would put their Mount 60 on the little low helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had the Huey, the big Huey.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where they dropped them. They would drop them napalm bombs down.
That's what the bubbles. Go ahead, Rep. That's the door.
Yeah, they could drop them with that Huey. They could drop the napalm down too. And the Huey also had 60s on them too. Or either it's another gun they had on there was that one that shoot real long distance, and very accurate, and they some very big rounds like a minigun.
Wow. Okay. Well, unfortunately, in this case, there were 9 slain. And these guys were practicing nighttime. Doing nighttime. Practicing. These were like medical helicopters. They were. And unfortunately, it was around 10 o'clock at night. No one, and they were using night goggles. And so we haven't got all the detail. But they just sort of identified the families. I think yesterday, who all those died. And so that was took place on Wednesday, and again, like I said, we mentioned a tornado in between there. That was kind of taking place there, and then we also mentioned that that President Biden was down in Little Rock, Mississippi. Rolling Fork, Mississippi, where that's one of those things there that just kind of took a lot of breath out of a lot of people, and also while they're just going, this is a big news week, okay. The Department of Justice has filed a lawsuit against Northwestern Railroad, and this kind of stem, okay, from all the actions they've been having. So the Department of Justice can hold the company accountable for unlawful polluting the nation's waterways. And people not aware, not only was this a rail accident, but the stuff they had on the train got into the waters, and the rivers go downstream, and so that caused a lot of problems. And also, he found that some of these railroad accidents. We had another couple this week, I want to say. And so right now, a lot of these are coming out because a lot of the regulation took place the last administration, and these are some of the consequences for that. And also another big item that is being talked about is what happened at Fox News. Now, Fox News is not only just what you see on the radio, TV there, but they are a worldwide organization, and unfortunately for them, during the election period, 2020, they had lied, to their listeners. And I said lied. They knew the facts. On our show, that Real just corrected me early on about saying something wrong. Okay, about the date of the address for the church. Well, when you make a mistake, you're supposed to correct that mistake. I mean, you tell people the truth, okay? Where in this case, since November of 2020, Fox News has been continuing to talk about and put out bad news about the Dominion voting systems, okay, that the machines were rigged, and then they were a whole lot of stories. I cannot get into all of them, okay? They did this night after night after night. Matter of fact, it still hasn't changed the story. So now Fox News is being sued for $1.6 billion. Now, this is just for the network, okay, that's being sued. A lot of the personnel there, okay, we have some liability in the case also. So this case has been trying to be blocked. And so we got a lot of stuff came out. But now this trial is moving forward this month. And we're going to get a whole lot more, God knows, about that in the papers in the story, in a couple of weeks, okay, about that. But in the meantime, on Thursday, the biggest news of all that's been dominating all of our news, okay, has been what's happening from President Donald Trump. He became the first vice president to ever be indicted, in our history of our country. And I feel really personally, okay, that Rev, you mentioned about adultery when you were talking, right? The Bible said that's a bad thing.
Amen.
You shouldn't be doing that, okay? And if you understand this case here, it's about a man who cheated on his wife, okay? And not only did he get caught, okay, but he agreed to pay to keep her quiet. You know what I mean? And she agreed to keep her quiet, and there wasn't the first woman that he had done this with. So there are a lot of people that and this case was coming out now. This isn't the first time. This is on new news. This is went back in 2016, right before President Trump became president. And I guess what makes it big news is, and you become president, okay, everybody want to see be in your business. That's why I said you go to that level, you got to make sure, and I said to make sure that your enemies, wherever they are, oh my God, you become a sitting duck for them. And so this past Thursday, the man had district attorney, Mr. Bragg and his team, okay, brought some indictments. And these culminate not just from what he had investigated, but along the way, Michael Cohen, who was his attorney, went to jail. And during that same time period, okay, the investigation was proceeding, and the attorney general at that time said, squash it. And so it was just
Aaron, can I read something? It's one verse out of Proverbs. Proverbs 6 and verse 26.
Okay.
It said, "For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteresses will hunt for the precious life." That's how bad adultery is. Adultery and adulteresses.
Well, real right now, okay, people look at this, we look at it from,
but Aaron, it's talking about both individuals. It's talking about male and female, not just the female. It's talking about both. Because it's a two-edged sword.
Right now, this two-way sword, okay, is bringing our country down, looking real stupid, okay. But what it's also doing, Stormy Daniels, the lady that they're talking about here, and some other people that got involved, they all right now are making big time money, okay, off of this case, okay, which is somebody that doing something bad, that's something that supposed to be private, and the president himself, he's been raised over $5 million in the first couple of days. So right now, this is dominating the news. I think it's kind of a bad way for us to shake out our laundry around the world. You know what I'm saying? That's not a good thing. But I want to get into a lot because in the next couple weeks we hear so much about that. Other than that, the arraignment supposed to take place on Tuesday in New York City, okay, and we're gonna see how that plays out. And also along those same lines, over talking about justice being served, Israel is coming to war almost there, okay, with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who had been indicted himself there. And what he's doing there is unbelievable in Israel. He wants to take over the whole court system, okay? And that's it's our country here, okay? We have a process that's staying intact so far, okay? For us to do the right thing, and we're so blessed here, okay? We're a good friend of mine. We're a good friend of ours, okay? Good morning, afternoon, Gary Jones. How you doing?
I am doing great on this cold, windy day. Out here knocking doors, talking to people, getting engaged with the people. Let them know April the 4th, which is Tuesday. Vote for Ella Jones as Mayor of Ferguson.
Well, Madam Mayor, okay, not only were you the first black female in Ferguson, but since you got there, okay, you got to not just sit back and say, this is what I did, okay. You've been a very busy young lady there. Because while running for re-election, okay, you've been able to also hire, I think, one of the best police officers in the Center's area, as your new police chief. You got time to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, we hired Troy Doyle from the St. Louis County Police
Lieutenant Colonel.
Yes, Lieutenant Colonel Troy Doyle.
Right.
Yes, we are excited that he decided to come over to Ferguson. He has 3 years of policing experience, especially in traffic, crime. He had a task force, a drug task force that he led. He was the commander in Jennings. So we're excited that we selected him and he selected us. So
right, I'm gonna say this for the first time, okay. We got a police chief, okay. I'm gonna say the first and second time because I'm the one previously. He has been very active over the years, in the community. But now you have a police chief right now that's been passed over a couple times in St. Louis County, okay. And for the record, okay, he's also suing them for discriminations, okay. But somebody wanted him and you want him, and so I guess thank you for having the wisdom, okay. Get somebody that's want to be in Ferguson.
Yes. So I'm looking to do a great job in Ferguson, working with the police department that we have, working with the residents, working with the various businesses. So it'll be a big plus for Ferguson and for the chief.
And also, Mary Jones, right now, where are you canvassing at right now? On your team, where you guys at now?
Right now, we're canvassing in Ward 3. We are here in Alpin Park, the park that was donated by various nonprofits. That's where we are. We're in that area. It's right off Brotherton.
Tell us about that park history, because I remember that first it was an idea, okay, and during your term, you made it a reality. Tell us about that park.
Well, I talked with Phaedra Nelson. She's the executive now at at the White
Okay.
and she got with Ferguson, and we talked with the county executive who donated the deed of land over to Ferguson. We talked to unions, every union.
Yes.
They all came out and pitched in. Emerson, Emerson Electric. They made this park. They put the pavilion in. So it was a lot of collaboration. Trying to get this done. I have to stop. I don't want to start.
Okay, no, that's why I said. That's what I said. This young lady right now, okay, is out on. In fact, we were talking to Mary Jones that last night, okay, in the last couple of days, there've been predictions of all type of storms, and we are all fortunate in this year not having any severe tornadoes come to St. Louis.
Right. We were fortunate.
And about yesterday, okay, it was like almost 80 degrees yesterday, okay, and it's cold today, but that's how St. Louis is.
Yeah, it's warm one day, cold the next day, raining. It's 3 days. So, but we working with the weather.
Yes.
Change the weather. Change the working, so we work in the weather.
Well, Mayor Jones, one thing I would say about you, okay, you're a politician in my heart. I've been in it for a number of years. I remember the former Congressman Bill Gates Sr. He's always said that you don't assume nothing in any election, okay? You work and you work and you work, okay? Even on election day, you get out there working. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, we out here working, we canvassing. We have our gloves on, our hats, tennis shoes. I got Shirley out here with me walking. So we doing really good.
Well, tell Shirley I say hello, okay? Tell Shirley I say hello, okay?
Hey, Ira. Hello.
How you doing? Shirley Emerson, okay? Now this lady here's a legend in all by herself. We should say doctor or professor. Is that right?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. I think Shirley, you got...
for Mayor Ella Jones.
Now, matter of fact, Shirley, you just showing that, okay, the quality of people that Mayor Jones has working with her.
Yeah, she's quality. She's quality.
She's quality, okay, and she's done so much in the community over the years. We could just go on and on. But the other part about she's a very modest person, okay. And one thing I would say, she's a very loyal person. I can call her a friend also. We go way back, okay. When our days in the water, okay, we worked over there, we had a lot of good things happen there. A lot of development took place during that time period, okay, that Ms. Evans could take credit for. And she just, again, she's also an educator, at Harrisville University nowadays, HBCU college. That's why we go all okay about the people that you have on your team. And I know it should have been when you kind of started now, and I guess the other good part about that, Mayor Jones, what are some of the changes that you have made since you've been in Ferguson that were part of the decree that was mandated by the Justice Department? Well,
the changes we've made that's mandated by the Justice Department is our police department. The policies, stop and search policy they have come up with. They're looking to do it for additional training for the police officers, but people must be mindful. The officers that were there in 2014 are no longer there. So we have a new force. In addition to that, we had the CRB, the Civilian Review Board came out of the consent decree. And so they're working with the residents and with the police department. Also, we have a new consent decree coordinator. She's from New Orleans, and she was working on New Orleans consent decree. So there's a lot of positive things happening with the consent decree, bringing us to compliance. That's the key. It's getting to compliance. When we get to full compliance, then we only have 2 years to be monitored, and we should be finished with the consent decree. So my goal and my hope is that Chief Doyle will enhance that process and have it moving to a point where we can pick up some time and get things done a whole lot faster. That's all.
Well, man, Jones, one of the things you mentioned there, that the young lady you have now that's kind of being a supervisor there, came from New Orleans, okay, which is where is your home base from Louisiana, which is I was from Louisiana also, and that you're doing a lot of stuff, okay, and then a foundation for a future, okay. That's something that everybody wants to see, okay. And matter of fact, out of that, I would say, we have, I say we, okay, I feel I'm a part of it, okay. We have become one of the leading cities around the country, being watched, okay. How change can be a good thing.
Amen.
Right.
And that's, man, that's what I'm saying, but you're not fighting the change, okay, you leading the change. And as a matter of fact, okay, as we talk about, there, okay, in the government system out there, how many people on the city council for the election this time lost? How many people are this time going around?
This is the election only for the mayor. The mayor is an election by his or herself. In 24, you have 3 council people up for election, 1 in each ward.
Okay, and I know right now that whole board has changed since the Michael Brown days. The membership is right. Am I true?
Well, the board has changed. However, it's creeping back the way it was pre-Michael Brown, put it that way. It's pre-Michael Brown. So that's why we are out here working today. It's very important that we keep a good balance on the board. And that's why we out here working for re-election. We don't want to go backwards. We want to go forward.
Well, that point you're right, Mayor. Well, right now I know one thing for sure. Okay, that also, Madam Mayor, you also wear another hat. Okay, that we so remiss that you also is a pastor, your associate pastor with your church. Also, tell us a little bit about that hat that you wear.
Well, I am one of the pastors on staff, ministers on staff. I pastored 22 years in the African Methodist Episcopal Church, and then I took a leave of absence to pursue another career that I wanted, but I'm still the associate minister at St. Paul African Methodist Episcopal Church, 1260 Hamilton Avenue. Where
yes, ma'am.
Right person. He's running for bishop. My pastor running for bishop. Dr. Spencer Lamar Booker. He's my pastor. He's a wonderful pastor. I have to give him that. So just working in church, working in the community, doing whatever I can to help people live a good quality of life. That's my goal.
Well, Mayor, I see you have many hats, okay. I know with your pastor and that church over there, that has been a beacon of hope, okay, for the senior community for many years. Several bishops that came out of that church.
Oh, yeah. Garnett Hennig came out of St. Paul. Bishop
yes, ma'am. That's how. Right, here we go.
Frank Madison Reed came out of St. Paul. So it's the mother church.
Yes, right.
It's the mother church west of the Mississippi. So it's
on top of the hill. On top of the hill.
Yeah. So.
Matter of fact, it's really a real hill, okay, because in St. Louis, okay, it goes down to crazy, then it goes up on Page Avenue. You're going up to the top of the hill, okay, And then it goes down. You go as you go in Mayfield or Wilson there.
Right. Yeah. We're not that far from Wellston. We're not. The church is not that far from Wellston.
So it's really on the borderline of the St. Louis city, so to speak.
Yeah, in another block or so, you will be in Wellston. Hamilton
Yes,
is
ma'am.
not that far. So.
But that church again has been one of the footholds, what you got, anchors, I should say, in the black community for years. Okay, and it's one of the oldest churches, around, in the denomination. Okay, you said that's the mother church, and you said the mother church, Reverend.
Hey, Alan.
Sir.
It's in between Wells and Ridge, off of Hamilton.
Right. I'm sorry, I got two reverends here. Okay. Well, Madam Mayor, okay, when you use the word the mother church, what does that mean in the church community?
Say what again?
What does the word mother church mean? You use that title for your church. What does the word mother church mean?
All the churches in St. Louis, they hold on a minute.
Mm-hmm.
When I say the mother church, all the AME churches came out of that church.
Wow. Okay.
That's the mother church.
Okay, because we have a large, AME community here in the St. Louis area.
We do. We have a real large.
Well, that's why you, Madam Mayor, Reverend Jones, you better continue to bless into your community. That's why when you became the mayor, it wasn't something you've been a leader, okay, but you had respect for your community, and you have not changed in that area. And also, you have a very beautiful daughter, okay. I get to meet her, okay. I heard so much about her. Tell us a little bit about her.
Now repeat that to me, because I'm trying to.
I said, I know you were fantastic, okay. I see you have a very beautiful daughter, okay, who I've yet to meet personally, okay. I heard a lot about her. Tell us a little bit about her.
Okay, who we were supposed to be meeting?
No, I said we talk about a little bit about your daughter, and you want to tell us a little bit about her.
My daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
My daughter is in Dallas. She graduated from the University of Missouri. She graduated from the University of Illinois. I'm sorry. I graduated from the University of Missouri.
Okay.
Yeah. And she majored in English, but right now, before she finished college, she got an offer from Union Pacific, and she's been working with Union Pacific ever since she's been out of college. She's a trainer for Union Pacific, so that's a big plus. Her college education paid off for her. We're excited about her growth and the woman that she has matured to be.
Yeah, I know she's like my wife, Peter Pie. That's what I do know about.
Yes, she loves your wife's sweet potato pies. I have to pack a pie in my suitcase every time I go to Dallas for her to get a sweet potato pie. So every time she say, "Mama, get a pie. Get me a pie." So she loves your wife's sweet potato pies.
Oh, by the way, Madam Mayor, today is my wife's birthday also.
Oh, today is her birthday? Happy birthday!
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Also, Madam Mayor, today is also the Missouri Material and Commerce birthday also.
Yeah.
We got started in 2015, okay, and we worked very closely with the former mayor in Ferguson, Missouri. That's where we were creating work out there, and we did a lot of work, out in Ferguson back in those days, okay. In the microbound era, and also the after microbound era, we've been there the whole time,
Yeah. So, our community is growing, and it's grassroots efforts like yours that help us to, stay focused.
Because our station, when it was created, okay, just out of the Michael Brown era, the situation there over at Pastor Pearson Church there, and matter of fact, I was there. Okay, yeah, yes. And since that time, he's now the mayor. Okay, of Belltown Neighbors. Also, he's up for re-election.
Yeah, he's up for re-election for Belltown Neighbors. Sharon is up for re-election for Northwoods. Mayor DeShay, she's up for re-election for Moline Acres. Mayor Yolanda Austin, she's up for re-election for Jennings. I'm up for re-election in Ferguson. So just about all, and Tim Laurie, Florida, up for re-election. So just about all the mayors in North County are up for re-election.
What about what about Reggie Jones? Is he up for re-election?
Reggie is up for re-election also.
Okay. Well, right now, Well, Mayor, like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on in St. Louis in politics, okay, that are very good, okay, for our community. And a lot of those people who we're talking about now came out of the city of St. Louis, okay, as North County became, our home source for the most part for most of the black community.
Right. And there's an election going on in St. Louis City, too.
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, yeah, we'll talk about a little bit later on up here, okay, but that's one going to be a changing the landscape for years to come there. How they have done that for many, many years. We'll talk about that later on in the show. But there's a lot of it. Matter of fact, to me, it's all good, okay? Because right now you get, the landscape has changed, and unfortunately, the only thing that has not changed, okay, is in Jefferson City, where the House and the Senate and the governor's mansion controlled by Republicans, okay, who are now trying to put most of you black mayors out of business for some reason. Why is that? That's a loaded question.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay. Well, I know the reason. Okay, because right now we are like a black enclave. Okay, where right now. Let me do a little history here. Okay, St. Louis, we have black Congresswoman Cori Bush, who came out of North County also, and in Kansas City we have a black Congressman there, Mary Cleaver. And so those are the two strongholds in the state of Missouri, where in between those two big cities, okay, is all Republican territory. So that's one reason why even just cities there, okay, are somewhat envious, okay, but we are the Indians, okay. They're bringing all the money. You mentioned Emerson Electric. That's one of the oldest companies in the state of Missouri.
Amen.
That is true.
And they've done a lot of stuff. I mean, we can't count the industries that they've been involved in. And making some serious changes. They're still relevant in our community even today. Like you see, every year the poor there, create some good paying jobs for the people in the state of Missouri, around the world.
So
Mayor, I know that you're canvassing, okay, and as a matter of fact, so right now, as you move forward, okay, I know you're always a forward-thinking person, okay, and I know right now that you're out on a cold day, weekend before the election right now, and you guys got to get tomorrow. I know you will be. Well, that's the question you're going to answer, okay? That you work the hardest on Sunday, right, for the election. So how's the election looking for you?
it's looking good. I plan to announce Tuesday night that I am the winner.
Okay, I love it. Now, Mary Joseph, we are the winners.
Yep, we are the winner.
Congratulations.
That is
Yeah.
are the winner.
Yeah.
Because it's strictly about the people. That's
and I'm happy, okay, that we're working right now to confirm a date right now for our fishing derby in May. So that's what we on right now. That's all. We got a date, okay, but we're trying to line some other things up, okay, that'd be another beautiful success out there in January Wabash Park.
Right. We're looking for the fishing derby. I'll be there too.
I know you will. Well, you was there before you was the mayor, okay?
Yeah, I know, but I'll be there too. So
Okay.
good. I know it's going to be good because the kids are excited, even when they
yes,
catch the smallest fish. That
you know something, Mayor? You know, Mayor Jones, that small fish become a big deal to all their friends who weren't there.
right. Okay. Go ahead.
Let me tell them a story how big that fish was. I caught that fish, you had to fight, but guess what? I caught the fish, which is the whole idea.
Yeah, the young man, he caught the fish. He was excited. And
got paid.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to have more
Oh, yes.
out there this time than we had the last time. Because everybody talks about when is the fishing derby, so we got to move forward.
But man, my goal from the start was to have a whole lake surrounded with people, okay, with poles in the lake. They have the whole lake surrounded, okay, by beautiful young people out there learning how to fish.
Right. People learning how to fish. And it's going to be good.
Well, that I know already, okay, because I've been working with Candy Price, her and Wayne up at, American Outdoors. But right now, your recreation department, okay, been working with us also. Also, the state of Missouri helps stock the lake with some nice fish, okay, so they won't be out there. I couldn't find a fish. There'd be more than enough fish for the young people out there. And also, they have those fishing poles. And also, there's so many people from the community that comes out that that's not part of our team, but part of all of our teams, I should say, that help the kids learn how to bait a hook before they put the bait in the water. They got to know how to put it on the hook first.
Right. They do, and they learn how to bait the hook pretty good. So,
yes, yeah, I know.
Once they learn that, they do it pretty good. Okay.
And we actually started, we actually starting to raise a whole new generation, okay? Teaching how to fish and that be dependent for a lifetime.
Right. So I'm looking at the park right now and the lake. And
oh wow.
Just can't wait to warm up so we can be out here with kids fishing.
And the whole lake and the whole community is invited to come out, okay? Matter of fact, you come out there and meet some young people, okay? Show them how to, all the fishermen, okay, that know how to come out there. And this is for like the young people. You can teach them, okay, and get acquainted with them, okay, and help them, change their lives.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And I just thank you so much. I know you can't get out a win, okay? You go from point to point down, and I know now you're about to put the feet on the ground.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Ooh, this car almost kissed me. All right. I'm looking ready to go. And we'll talk after the election.
Congratulations in advance, Mayor Jones. Have a beautiful year. Shirley and the whole team, my best. Love you guys. And I always have life is good.
And thank you. I appreciate the time today. Thank you.
We appreciate you. Love you and life is good. You say.
Okay. All right.
Okay, that's Mayor Ella Jones, the city of Ferguson, Missouri, okay, and we knew her before she became the mayor out there. Matter of fact, you're not aware, in this county, these mayors run for a term of 3 years, not for 4 years. And so, but in Maysville, like City of St. Louis, they run for a term of 4 years at a time. But this is a smaller town here, so Missouri has different rules. For the people all around the state that we always, Missouri is one of those places that's continuously to amaze me sometimes. How much and I said how much. Okay, for many years I had gone up to York City, okay, with Mr. Eddie Davis, and we had worked with the Women League, the voters, okay, for many years. We were up there on a bus tour, all pre-pandemic. And we were always fighting in York City trying to get diversity funded, for the community, do some surveys, so we could actually tell a story, okay, about what is going on in our community. And most recently, we had some of the legislators there who wanted to kind of block funding for diversity for the entire state of Missouri, for different agencies and our education units, which I think is not a very good thing, okay? But also, we're talking about St. Louis. I would say, we have some good news to report. In St. Louis City, we are now can be considered to be called U.S. chess capital of the world. Especially, for the chess club is located in St. Louis, West End, and this weekend, Western University will make a chess history this weekend when we bring the finals of the U.S. college chess tournaments to St. Louis for the first time. So right now, they're coming to St. Louis. That's kind of cements us there as a real chess organization city, and also most of the top chess players in the world are now located in St. Louis. And so that's a lot of things that St. Louis is doing. They're very, very positive, okay, and I'm happy to say that we're looking for bigger and better things to come. And that's a matter of how we work together as a family to get things done. We got a few minutes left here. Let me see if we can get a report, okay, from our people in Kansas City. A little bit about what's going on up there, because right now, Mr. N.C. Richardson is probably standing by.
Brother Ira. Please stand by while we get our folks back on the line. There we go.
Okay, we have to alternate John right now. We took a small break. But we got Mr. M.C. Richardson on the line. Let's see how you doing, sir. We got Mr. M.C. Richardson on the line from Kansas City, Missouri. How you doing, M.C.?
You said who is it, Brian?
No, M.C. Richardson, Kansas City, Missouri, who was one of our hosts. MC?
Huh?
MC, we talking to MC Richardson?
Yeah, who is this?
Our folks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what time is it?
Oh, that's time when you miss your call at 2 o'clock, okay, go down to the mail there to see also. We got MC Richardson on the phone with us now. Who's
what time is it now?
It's right down 2:17. Am I right, Real?
It is? It's 2:20. I got 2:20.
See, this is the beauty of doing live radio, okay? So now that MC Richardson is turning his head a little bit, MC Richardson is a staple in the Kansas City community for many, many years. He's been the founder of a group called United Minority Media Association. I've been a part of for a number of years, and been able to get a little reward from them, for what I've done for them. But for the most part, MC, how you doing today afternoon?
Well, I guess I'm doing okay and just really waking up.
I know. Well, MC has a show that comes on at 5 o'clock on Ferguson USC HotTarget.com. So he's getting ready for his show now. And so he's done a lot of stuff, MC. So tell me, as we're talking about, we always talk about St. Louis all the time, but Kansas City is a part of our great states. So tell us a little bit of what's going on in Kansas, because you got the football team there, you got the soccer team there, you guys got the NFL draft coming up there. Tell us about some things going on in Kansas City.
Well, we just started a baseball season here in Kansas City. We won the Super Bowl, and we're going to have the NFL draft on April the 27th. And we got a lot of different groups that are doing a lot of things here.
And also, you're going to host a World Soccer Cup also in Kansas City.
What now?
You'll be hosting the World Soccer Cup in Kansas City.
Oh, yes, that's 2026.
Yeah, then that's a big deal there.
Right.
You know, so Kansas City has been a growing city, you know, for many years now, and I'm happy to say that I've been there a lot of times, and I always hear about my gracious host there, you know, and but also tell us a little bit about the United Media Association, which is celebrating 49 years. Tell us a little bit about them.
Yes, United Minority Media Association was incorporated in the state of Missouri on August the 28th, 1974.
And out of that, okay, you go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, it's I just got we're in Kansas City, and we serve the Midwest Southeast region, which consists of 27 states, but not limited to. And we work with the Broadcasters Association, the Press Association, the educational institutions, and organizations that are interested in helping us to meet our mission and our goals.
And right now, you see, you know, you guys had a big event, I think last year, that also was a birthday party for you also.
What now?
You had a big event like last year, okay, on your birthday, which was also,
Oh, yes. We had our Midwest Southeast Regional Conference on our 49th anniversary celebrating we're getting ready for 50 years celebration, and it was very successful. We had people from several different states throughout the United States here, and they tell me it was very successful, and I believe that because I was part of it. Also, I celebrated my birthday.
Yes, sir. And right now, he's happy to say he's 83 years old.
Yes, I am.
And still kicking pretty high for an old man.
Well, we're kicking, but not high, I guess.
It ain't that high, is it?
Right.
But as long as you're kicking, that's all that matters, brother. And like I said, but in that time.
Well, we feel that we are just getting started and trying to recruit more younger people, especially people in those different radio, TV, advertising, marketing, public relations.
Mm-hmm.
And we connect up with different other states and different other cities like Ferguson and St. Louis, and throughout the state we work with different people, and we want to recruit more people to get them involved. We also have MAMIC, that's Minority Youth Majoring in Communication, but not limited to.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a whole lot of stuff, Mr. Richardson.
Well, we're just trying to get more people who are really interested that can help us support it and get more people involved.
Amen.
Now, right now, most of the things that you're doing kind of much deal with communication or social media as a whole. So, what do you kind of see the future for social media going forward? Because right now, yes, you know, it has so much information out there. Sometimes people can't control it; it's controlling us. Do you agree?
Well, yes, and then we just updating our what we call it, our web page. We going to bring that up to date and include other entities in social media to include that also.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know right now, okay, that a lot of the things that you have seen grow up in Kansas City has now become like, you know, like you always said St. Louis is this, but Kansas City is growing, okay, and our population is declining here in St. Louis. I said before you said, okay.
Well, we're very braggadocious that Kansas City is the largest city in the state of Missouri.
Well, you said that for years, okay. So now you now you have that crown now, okay.
Well, you guys have better shoes than we have.
we think about. Well, I will say the downtown Kansas City, man. If you haven't been in a while, that's like that whole city has changed. Okay, you know, you guys got a new airport. Tell us a little bit about the new airport. How's that coming?
Well, I understand they. A matter of fact, it should be. I think that was on the 28th, KCI, and
Yeah.
they said that's supposed to be second to none. But they got that terminal at KCI.
Uh-huh. Well, I think right now, you know, a major turn. I think right now, you know, that you guys have positioned yourself, you know, for a long time as being, you know, possibly being the number one city in the state of Missouri for some time to come. I can see that also, okay?
Right. We hope to don't stop growing, but continue growing and attract other entities to join us in serving the world.
Yeah, one thing I will say here in St. Louis, okay, I just finished with talking to Mayor Jones out in Ferguson, but we were just talking about, okay, that the decline in St. Louis City has been a blessing to North County of St. Louis. We have a large constituency there of a lot of black mayors now, okay, that's in that area as well as the black mayor of the city of St. Louis. So right now, we're going through a transition, okay, but I think bigger fish are about to come our way.
Yeah, we would say we're speaking of a few. You got black or African American mayors and Blue Springs, Grandview, Kansas City, and then we got our twin city, Kansas City, Kansas, and we got Lee Summit, and we are growing in that aspect too. The biggest thing that's what's happening this coming Tuesday is the election. So hopefully we can get more people involved. The main thing is get people, well, of course we're pro African American, but all people, to get them out there, get them registered, but more importantly, to get them to the polls to vote.
Yes, that's the whole thing there, okay? Like Mayor Jones in Ferguson, she's out today with our people, beating the streets that they put in politics, you know, and making sure that she's on top of things there. And that's what you have to do in politics. You know, you got to get out and get people out to vote. That's one of the hardest things to do, especially in our black community. You know, we talk about voting, but we don't go vote. And that's not a good thing.
You know, just recently we have Freedom Incorporated. They celebrated their 60th year as a political organization here in Kansas City. And they have people from St. Louis, St. Joe, people from Springfield, throughout the state, and other states to join us in a very successful 60th anniversary.
And that's one of the oldest black organization in the state of Missouri.
It is.
And that's why I said people, you know, talk about Kansas City, which I always have said for years, okay, and I come up there that you guys are bigger than St. Louis because you guys seem to always don't mind, no, you embrace your future, okay, and you're not afraid of change.
Well, that's true, and we welcome anybody to come join us and become a part of this largest city in Missouri.
Well, we can probably say largest city in Kansas. No, that's not true. We said that back. Okay, but anyway, Mr. Richard, we want to thank you for taking some time today, okay? Because I know you got to get ready for your show at 5 o'clock, which I'll be joining you. Who are your guests today?
Well, we have retired Major Rebecca Bradley.
Okay.
We have a person with the, what is it? We got one person that we have several groups here, and they all will be joining us. A lot of people are veterans. And we're going to talk about that, the importance of being a veteran and how you can take advantage of being there for. They say thank you for serving your country.
Okay. Well, Sister Rita, we're going to thank you for joining us today, okay, getting us a little bit about what's going on in Sister City, Kansas City, you know, and I just thank you, okay, for always being there for us, okay, and I want to thank you so much. And I will talk to you very shortly.
Okay, thank you for allowing us to be part of your program.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.
And you have a good day. Scott, take us out of here. Welcome back to the Logical to Missoula Human Congress. We have had a very interesting show to this point. We got other guests ready to call in. But one of the things I wanted to talk about is, you know, a little bit here, refresh ourselves that Mira Jones and the team that she put together in Ferguson, man, this has been unbelievable. Unbelievable. And also, it hasn't been without, you know, fighting in the community, okay, for people that don't want to change. Or change one of the things that we all have to, you know, deal with what we want to or not. And I think one thing that has not changed, we have been blessed every year to have 2 American vets as a part of our show. So, Red, first of all, you've been you've been in the service the longest, okay? So right now, early on, we talking about those helicopters, you know, that you serve as a vet. Matter of fact, I want to say thank you for your service to the country, okay? Because you actually went out there dodging bullets, okay? You know, when the Vietnam War, okay, as a medic, okay, but some of the things that you have done since that time, okay, that's not all that you did, but you went for many years. Hold on a second here. I guess just hold on one second here. will join us today in our calls today. So, Commitment Bill, how you doing, sir?
Sir, I'm busy as usual. So much going on out here in the neighborhood. You know, I'm always out here on something, and day and night look like going on. I just pulled off the scene of a 4-family flat on fire. Look like
wow.
In the neighborhood over some guy come out the back of the building, all of a sudden the building's on fire.
Wow, well, where did it, Mr. Commitment?
That was just about 30 minutes ago, you know, and I had to wait there till the fire department get there. And it's on blaze.
Oh, wow.
Looked like it was being renovated, but somebody looked like had other intentions for it.
Yes,
where's that building?
Sleeping in there.
Where's that building located, Mr. Commitment?
Well, that was 4205 street called Peck, if I'm not Peck Street.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Oh, right there, right there.
That's in the 5th district.
Yeah.
That's in the third. That's in the 14th ward, which is the 3rd ward.
Oh, and he was talking about
14th ward. I know it's a Peck over there in the 5th district off of Grand.
Oh, yeah, that's the 5th. That's part of the 5th district. That's right. Sure is.
Oh my God! See now, this is one of the things that Reverend Lyles was being headed to as being a part of the EMS, right? He been on the way to something like that. But this is committed. I'm always amazed, okay, how you always out there at the right time, at the right place to help the community.
You know, and in the good spirit of things, in the good spirit of life, you know, I try to do the right thing and try to stay focused, you know. That was our motto. That was our motto for the last 3 years on the Dr. King thing, staying focused, you know. Being part of the Dr. King, you know, a state party, we tell the people stay focused, you know. And so this is part of that, just staying focused and being out there, you know.
Okay, well, Mr. Bill, I just mentioned that you committed in the 3rd ward, which is soon to be now the 14th ward, but also you also a leader, okay, on the Dr. Martin Luther King Holiday Committee. Tell us a little bit about what you do there on the parade and what have you.
Oh, I've been a part of that for 40 years. You know, I was part of an organization which started by Mr. Norman Say and a guy named Bill Bailey that worked for the city of St. Louis.
Yeah, Bill Bailey.
And,
I know all of them.
And what it is they got together and decided, you know, to continue to support the fact to make the Dr. King a federal holiday in the country. So we went online by protesting, and we walked and marched and stuff until it became reality, even in Missouri.
Right.
And so I'm still a part of that organization. I'm the marshal of the organization here in the state of Missouri. I'm the grand marshal.
And also, you know, not only that, okay, you know, you also been a force in your community, because you're not only in your life, you were a community back in the late 70s. Am I right?
Yes, I took my first committee appointment in 1978 in the 3rd ward.
And the 3rd ward has grown since then. So, Mr. Bill, let me ask you a question, so just so we have some understanding here to our listeners, okay? St. Louis City right now they have an election on Tuesday, and that election is not a normal election, okay? Because now St. Louis City has normally been 28 wards in the city, and that's a board of Aldermen, so that's been cut in half now.
Correct.
Now, how many wards? That'd be 14 wards, okay? So now, where will the 3rd ward land at?
Well, the 3rd ward was still landmass, the biggest ward, the 3rd ward in the city, and now it's become part of the 14th ward, which still is even the largest ward landmass, but it's not the largest population, the landmass.
Okay. Okay, now, so there's an election going on right now for the alderman, and we had, a race before where was the former alderman with the part of the Bosley family for years and years and years, okay, and he actually lost, okay, Brandon Bosley, and we now have 2 candidates that's running right now. One's a state representative, and another is another young lady. Tell us about those 2 people, you know, man.
Well, it's not too much to say really about one of them, but it's much to say about the other guy that's running. the young man that's running. His name is Aldridge, and he's been a part of a lot of activist stuff on the scene of being an activist, like I have been more than him for many years. He's a young guy, and he's coming up through the ropes, and he's also was a state representative out of the 5th Ward. Mm-hmm. And the ward as a committee man, we represent. Well, at the time before they changed the district and downsized it, I had 3 state reps that run through the 3rd Ward that I had to support, or if not endorse. And now the state is still the same amount. It's still the same amount in the state, but as far as the automatic race, is altogether different now. But it didn't affect the state offices. It affected the city offices when they downsized the wards. Mm-hmm. Now we still got 3 state representatives and 1 senator, which is Carla May, and that's a local senator. And we right now we're gonna have another alderperson in the 3rd ward. And what they done in this election, when they downsized the ward, they also had approved a proposition, whereas as opposed to just running in the primary and winning the primary and being sent to the general election, as 1 candidate. Now they got 2 candidates. They got 2 candidates that can run in the general election. You can be nonpartisan. You can be whatever you want to be, but you can run in whoever gets the most votes runs in the general election. And so that's what's going on in the city of St. Louis politics right now.
So right now there's a lot of aldermen, from 28 to 14. Something else, and you and I thought about. I'm thinking about this. I want to see right now how the Board of Aldermen chambers can be reconfigured. Because it's been 28 chairs for so long there. See how it can become 14 chairs.
Well, with that came along a higher salary. I guess they put that on board with the automatic race. Once they downsize it, they gonna, they got to also. I think it's on the table to remodel the Board of Aldermen downtown. Also, do something to remodel it also. And another thing, it comes with a double salary. Whereas one alderman is making $38,000 close to that a year with all the incentive. Now they be making close to $80,000 or $90,000 a year, more than the state reps, more than your state representatives make, and more than your senators make, and more than also. So more than your senators make. So and that part of, I think that's really the mechanism which is causing a problem with some of the people running for office now, because they figure they can come from the state office and come down here and run for alderman and make more money. Some of them look at that side of it. Most of them are. I know that for a fact. So that's
Mr. Bill, when you're saying that, also what happens there, if you're a state rep, you only have 8 years to serve in office. So 4-year terms, or if you're a state senator, you can only have 8 years. Also, 2 years as a senator for 8 years, and then you gotta leave your city. So right now, as an alderman, if you're elected, you can get elected. I'm going to need re-election. And it's much more attractive than anybody, to be honest with you.
So, pardon me, sir, I got kind of off track there with you. What was the point? What was the question?
Well, I was saying that salary-wise, that as an alderman there, okay, you run every 4 years, and you can be there as long as you want to be, as long as you get re-elected.
As opposed to being a state representative, yes, you're right, because it's termed out as a state representative and a senator, and so yes, that's I think you get 2 terms, which is 2 4-year terms, 2 4-year terms as a state rep and a senator, but you have to run every 2 years as a state rep. Now here in the city of St. Louis, and with that said, the salary is a big difference in salary. They make almost about the same amount the aldermen make as a state rep. So some of them I feel is going to run down here to take that position and want to be the alderman because it makes more money. So, but they have the experience.
Also, Mr. Bill, I need to say this, okay? The commitment, okay, is an unpaid position.
Well, yes, that let me share something with you because it may seem so odd and so off track, and it may seem really to the point, it's kind of ignorant, like. But my case in point was that, see, I'd have spent 90% of my life in, public service and, and just helping folks and trying to help myself. And so when I got involved in this, it wasn't about a salary because I was an able-bodied man and educated enough to get my personal job. So I always kept me a personal job. But I valued my time working in the community I live in because I wanted to see a better day and a better place for me and my people and also my neighbors. And so I started my life. I spent most of my adult life and my part of my youth in the days of public service, doing just that. Now, the part as far as being a committee man is a state office. It's part of the state party, and so we're not elected through the city, but we are part of a state party as a committee person. And it does not have a salary that's attached to it, but you still have to run for office. And so, yes, sir. Over the years, I've spent 90% of my income, in support of just working, being a committee man and helping somebody, and helping myself too. That came out of my pocket. And then, we don't get no salary as no committee person. And that's the negative side of it. But at the same time, we spending our wheels and we spending our time and effort and everything and just getting engaged in what's going on in our community. And I learned a lot from that. So it does have the good side, and the best side of it is that you get to connect with folks and you meet people you never met before, and you understand people's problems and stuff. You're able to come to resolution with different people in your neighborhood. So I've learned a lot over the years, even though I felt that I don't feel I missed anything financially because I feel I gained it in other ways.
Okay. See, Mr. Bill, that's the whole thing, okay? Now,
when I first got involved in a commitment, I knew that it was just something I wanted to do to make a difference in my community and that would make a difference wherever I went. This is why I got in. But you got that run for office just for a salary. And if there ain't no salary involved, then they're going to figure out how to make some money with it and everything else. So, that runs into corruption. That's where
the crooks come in. Exactly.
So for a fact, that's coming out in the wash right now. So what I'm saying is that my intentions, it was always above board as far as what I'm doing and how I feel like I'm making a difference. It wasn't about the money, it was just about engaging and being a part of what's happening, the difference that's being made in our politics, in our state offices, and also in our community service. So 90% of my adult life been in volunteer work.
Okay, Mr. Bill, let me ask you a question. Okay, one of the hot topics right now in St. Louis is the prosecuting attorney, circuit attorney Kim Gordon. Tell us a little bit about what's going on there.
Well, that's politics. That's politics. What's happening now? You have some people coming against our circuit attorney Kim Gordon. That's ours because I worked. When she first wanted to be anything in the city of St. Louis, she came and sat down in my office and talked with me. She came and met with me. She's Miss Bill, I want to be state rep. She started out as a state representative after she got out of law school. And she came and sat down 3 times in my office. We talked a long time. She told me what she wanted to do and where she wanted to take it to. And so I did have a personal communication with her and personal contact with her at all times. And so what's to happen here politically, she won office every time she ran, she was termed out as a state rep. And just so D. Joyce Hayes' office came available as circuit attorney, and she ran for that office. And every time she ran, she always asked me for my support. And I worked with her, and I carried the 3rd ward for her every time she ran. It was voluntarily also, we won every time. And so she's our circuit attorney. She has a good background, she has a good heart, and she's on the real tip. She have programs that's been instituted that they never had in the city of St. Louis that would help young folks, and help people when they get their first time in crimes and stuff like that. So she's been doing all she can. With Wesley Bellum adopted the same thing he did out there, what she was doing in the city, trying to help these young folk when they get involved in crimes and stuff like that. They putting them in programs and stuff, and they have to complete these programs before they're able to be released. So all this she got a lot going on. And so along with that, her biggest problem was when she was given given the authority to prosecute our governor.
Former governor, right?
Yeah, our former governor, and that really, they really came out the end. You know what I mean? So, along with that and a few other things, every other person that's up there trying to prosecute her, even Andrew Bailey and all them guys, they have never been elected to any office. They've been appointed. This young lady been elected to office. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
She's
many
been
times.
an elected person. All them other guys, everybody else coming out to her personally, up there talking about she needs to be out of office at 12 noon, all that old crazy talk. They can't touch her. They cannot touch her. We voted for her in office. St. Louis politics is not like Missouri's politics out state, as you well know. So, no, the city of St. Louis elected her. And so we supporting her because we know what's going on with politics. I do, because I'm a long-time person involved in political things. So I know exactly where they're coming from trying to get out of, because she done stepped on too many toes, correct things down there for. She went after the police department, all the corrupt police and stuff like that. They was the number one problem that she was having, the police department. She been trying to clean up the police department, bottom line. And when she go to court, she don't have none of the police that got problems, that's been caught up in stuff as prosecuting her witnesses, because she cleaning that office up on the side of the police department. That's why she haven't taken some of the cases possibly to court, because corrupt police have been behind these cases charging folks. So,
that's one thing you brought out there, okay, because a lot of cases, not just here around the country, okay, the policemen, involved, it's like a shooting, a robbery, whether they go out on a call, they're supposed to come out on the day of the trial to be there, to present their case, okay, to the judge, okay, and support the prosecuting attorney.
But see, the problem with some of that was that the police that was doing it wasn't supporting the prosecutor. They wanted a prosecutor attorney that would support what they were doing corruptly, and she wasn't no okey doke person. She wasn't going for that. That's why some of the cases that she got cases, man, that was dropped on her from DJSA that go back almost 4 and 5 and 6, 7 years cases pile up. See what I'm saying? So it wasn't no walk in the park to clean up that mess when DJSA them got out of office down there. When they took that off. It's not a walk in the park. It's not going to take a day or two a year. It's going to take some time to clean up that mess. And another thing, cleaning the mess up, you have to be justifiable when you do it. You just can't charge folks that never. You got to really get into detail, have all the facts and everything, have everything when you go to charging a person with something. And they didn't have all that, and it wasn't what they did have wasn't correct. The police department. So this is what's hanging up a lot of cases also.
Yeah. And also, Mr. Bill, one thing you mentioned there, okay, that the judge is also involved in this a lot of ways. It's supposed to be judges right now don't have to go also.
Well,
the wickedness in high places.
So that was a question. Well, the question, even positive to that, when it comes to the judges and stuff, we have to. That's another thing. When we go to vote, a lot of times there'll be a list of judges and stuff on there that people never really even consider to vote for if they don't know. They don't know, mostly know about these judges, what their background is, who they were, that they're elected. They could be elected or non-elected judges, appointed judges and stuff like that. So a lot of people don't have an education about these judges and stuff. So these judges that sits on the bench sometimes end up staying there for years.
Well, while you're talking about that, Mr. Bill, one of the things, they're going for, I think, every 6 or 12 years, but only one judge has been rejected, okay, in the St. Louis history, and it was a black judge years ago. I mean, and they were saying people not aware, and that was only after so many, the other judges wanted to see her go, that she was voted out.
Well, correct, so, that's another thing, you're not going to be liked all time by your peers, especially when you're trying to clean up a mess. If not, you're not on the right side of the history. So this lady that we elected in the city of St. Louis, Kim Gardner, we've been wanting her to stay on the right side of history and to help us get justice and stuff like that. So there's a lot of activists like me out there supporting her totally, because we know what she's up against. We know the politics that's coming at her, and we know it's not justifiable, that these things that's coming against her. is right. So again, I say, so that's why we sticking and stand with Kim Gardner, because we know the bottom line, the root of the problem we've been having when it comes to justice in our system.
Mr. Bill, right now, okay, as we go into this election, in a couple of weeks, next week, I should say, how do you see the outcome of that being, okay, in your ward?
But okay, in my ward, this last election, we still had only about what they call a 13% turnout citywide. That's real low. That's real low. A 13% turnout, and that was most. Again, I say, if nothing, no real issue, no real proclamation, anything tangible to these elections. If not something big, you're gonna have a low vote turnout. So it was just only the automatic race in the city going on. And so it was a real low vote turnout overall. Some of the candidates didn't get 200 or 300 votes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And so it didn't take much to beat them, especially if you wasn't a well-known person that could carry a whole lot of votes. So it's real low vote turnout. So I see it as, being another low vote turnout this election coming up. And this is what they call the general election now. And so I figure over in my ward, we subject to have we already got a new alderman. But it's gonna be, I think, real close when it comes to the young lady, Miss Ebony Washington, and also Rashid Aldridge. It's gonna kind of be close. Okay. But she really beat both of them. She beat all three of the candidates. Matter of fact, she fended well over them when she.
Oh yeah, she did.
Brother Ira, it's 2:57.
Okay, thanks, God.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Go ahead, Bill. We're getting the time check. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I figure in my ward over here, it's going to be a low vote turnout at the same time because everybody's not overly interested in this stuff like they used to be years ago because, we just come through a pandemic and everything going on, and people really trying to get back abreast on getting their livelihood back if they can, and you still have the economy problem, when it comes to, our fair share, economically. You see food prices jacked all up and everything. I mean, they done double the food prices in a lot of these major stores and places and stuff. So the people's interest as far as voting have really dropped.
Yeah, the frustration.
Yeah, there's a lot of frustration going on through history right now. And we've been impacted very strongly with it, economically, politically, and social. So this is what's happening. You asked me the question about how do I feel about this election. Well, everything going to affect this election, It really is. And the biggest help I think that done any justice was during the stimulus when they gave a few dollars out to some of the people, that needed stimulus checks and stuff, That kind of lifted the morale and made it kind of level off with the food prices and clothing and housing and everything. That kind of leveled it off. But also with the interest rate getting ready to rise again in order to balance the budget and stuff like that, that's going to affect everybody too. As you well know, you see gasoline prices going back up now again. So, that's going to affect a lot of things. Then the major thing would be they'd have changed all the polling places in the city of St. Louis.
Right.
You can go almost anywhere and vote in some cases, and a lot of people still don't know that. But I try to educate people to go to the library, go anywhere with their area that's basically as a voter registration rate and vote.
Well, Mr. Bill, right now, we got to say thank you, okay, for on the wall telling us, okay, that is saying someone's had time to go now. But I want to thank Mr. Anthony Bill, the commitment of the 13th, of the third ward, soon to be the 14th ward, and also for joining us and giving us an update what's going on in St. politics. I want to thank Mr. MC Richardson from Kansas City, giving an update on Kansas City, what's going on there, and also for Elder Jones for taking time also about his campaigning, and also for you to listen. Okay, 30 Gold right now is over in Africa, right over in Colombia. That's why he's not here, but my name is Ira Folks. That was Mr. Bill, that was MC Richardson, that was Mel Jones, and now we have Scott. It's time to go, and allows. And I said, thank you. Just love you. Mr. Chicken this week. You can next week live with be safe. I think it's out of here.